Hi guys, and welcome to the latest train sim review and showcase. Today we're having a look at Bossman Games' rebuilt Merchant Navy pack. Just a small mention is that the format has changed a bit. We're now doing the reviews here at Pontypandy on my route, on my custom route. Also, RWE, so Railworks Enhancer is also on, so that basically you can enjoy the graphics a lot more. So, first off, we're going to go through the variations that you get in the loco. So you get, starting from, in my opinion, worst to best, you get weathered. This is evidently without the tenders. This is weathered without nameplate. This is weathered with nameplate. This is not weathered with nameplate. This is my favourite, which is blue, Passenger Express blue, which is a modern one. This is an experimental one that was fitted to this example only, which was carrying a kind of mismatched nameplate on purpose to kind of. This is a West Country class one, one to kind of chuck people off that it was actually a merchant navy, and it's got some nice touches like that there. And then this is Clan Line, which is the restored one that runs on the main line. But the really cool feature about this one is that you can change. So as with all of them, you can change what nameplate, except for this one. You can change what nameplate you can change what nameplate it's carrying. So that's really cool. Not, for example, you can have, because this one is Canadian Pacific and that one is Clan Line. But in my case, my favourite one is Blue Star, but I want it to be in the preserved state. So this is the preserved example, but with Blue Star nameplate on it. And then we're going to have a look at tenders, which are over here. So you've got early crest, late crest, all these. So these two you can have in weathered and non-weathered. And so each one of these is a different water capacity configuration. So this is the lowest water capacity. I think it basically what it does is it reduces coal, I think. So early crest, late crest, early crest again, late crest, and early crest. So all these are different tenders. They've got minor details. For example, the preserved variations like ours have got look completely different from the original tenders because they've got the air reservoirs and also they've got a compressor. So right now, my compressor shut down. I was just double checking. But when I turn it on, you'll see the whole thing will erupt. Just need to change something. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So also with this, you get this beautiful bit of rolling stock, which is a Mark II, which I think is AP's Mark II, just kind of licensed by Bossman Games, because it looks incredibly like the AP Mark IIs, and it looks equally as good. That's weird though, that texture there. God, that's a bit weird, but it's really nice. Mercator, the actual support coach, is so cool, because this thing always travels with a Clan Line, which we have here. So yes, and there's also physical variations. So for example, on the preserved examples, you've got or not. On the preserved examples, there you go. You've got all the air hoses as well as the vacuum hoses. But on the original examples, you've got just the vacuum hoses and lots of other details like that. So let's, well, this is Blue Star. I've put it in preserved condition. So if you're interested in what preserved condition changes, I'll take you into the cab of one of the in one of the original ones. If I can find one. So basically, the difference would be you've got no air brakes, so there's not pedestal here. There's no TPWS there, and there's no compressor on the tender, so there's no compressor lever here, and then there's no pasty there. I'm not sure if that's. Yeah, no, the pasty I think is on all of them. Not that it matters. And then on this one, and on the tenders as well, there's nothing special on them. They're just plain tenders. Well, on the reserve variants, the tenders have got all this, which basically are flaps from all the different rail tours that they did and overhauls they had and everything, which is really cool. And it's even, I don't think it can be used, to be honest, because I haven't got it to open, but it does have a really lovely model GSM on there, which is really cool. Then you've also got, now it's actually go into properly analysing the cab. So you've got opening vents, which we're going to open. There we go, get that open like that. You've got opening side doors like that. You've got handbrake as usual. You've got water. There you go, you've got a blower there. You've got opening firebox with a lovely coal fire inside, rather. You've got sanders. And you've got dampers down there. Then you've also got the air brake valve here. Train supply, the reverser. Yeah. Right. Let's go for it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on, basically, we're going to turn on our, I think it's control 6. Yep. No. We want control 2. Yep. And we want the tail light, which is control shift 6. Control 6? No. Control 7. Control shift 6. Control shift 8. There we go. Control shift 7. And okay. So now what we can do is we can turn on our electric generator, which will now get the difference is that will go out. I'm going to turn it on. It goes on, that little light there, and it basically now allows me to turn on all my lights, which for the minute are going to be good because we're in a shed. Then you can also open all the windows, which we're going to do because it's a hot day here at Pontypandy, even though we are in Wales. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the blooming vent a bit more. No, it doesn't open anymore. Turn on the AWS and train supply. That's really cool. Although technically we should turn on the train supply because we haven't copied through some coaches yet. So we're good, and that's that indicator there. So now we're going to open the ejector to release our brakes and release our brake. There you go, you can see the vacuum pressure building up. And then what we'll do is when we come up to the coaches, we'll pretend they're dual brake, these, so we can have them on air. We'll do them air brake. Is that on? Yep, and I just need to set my route. Yeah, we're good for the minute, I think. Nope, we can head straight out onto this hedge jump, which is good, and onto that one, like that. The Mark 1s are AP, by the way, they're not included in this pack. Let's release the reverser lock and put the reverser in forwards, which is really cool, because when you're moving it kind of swings around. There we go, and it's opened the regulator a little bit, and you can see the steam chest pressure go up there, in this style here. Yes, down a bit there as well because it's really loud. As you can see, the animations on the outside, it's even got working brake rigging. So if I now apply the loco brake, see the whole system move. Oh yeah, I forgot to release the most important thing, the handbrake. I forgot to release that. And also, let's close this like that. There we go, handbrake is released, so the tender is now free rolling. Let's get into the head shunt here at Pontypandy. Keep an eye on our speedo. 10 is the maximum speed limit. Brake. I'm keeping my cylinder cops open for the purpose of not basically emptying the steam chest pressure a bit quicker. The whistles, you've got whistles on space, which is a loop. You've got the random variations on B. And then you've got short variations on V. Oops, sorry. There you go. So now we'll just stop. Actually, I forgot to show you something, which is you can see if I now release the reverser, it just kind of shakes a bit. We'll see at higher speeds. It does it a lot more. And there we go. Whoa. I don't know why my mouse keeps on doing that. I think it just gets driven a bit. There we go. Change those points. Request access. There we go. Got the shunt signal. That's the first time I've seen that work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Reverser backwards. spin that reverse into reverse. There we go. And gently open the regulator a little bit. Pulling back gently. And then I'll show you guys how to make the changer. By the way, my FPS are really low because there's so many locos, not because the route's overloaded or anything. So yeah, this is my favourite Merchant Navy class, Blue Star. What I really want is for them to release the rebuilt, not non-rebuilt Merchant Navies, so the unrebuilt ones. Right, now do Control Shift 7 again to get rid of that heavy lamp. Now what we're going to do is we're going to ease up, and we're not going to couple just yet. Right, so right now, let me get closer. Whoa, 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 gentle. Doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do now is, with the vacuum brake applied, what you want to do is you want to turn on your compressor by moving that wheel, which you will now see that makes steam puff out of the tender at regular intervals. There you go, like that, which is what compresses the air. So now gaining pressure. So now what you have to do is put yourself in air brake mode using previous page in home or whatever you call it. And then what you want to do is you want to couple. And then we don't want to release our brakes just yet, so I'm going to go into full service. So lift the brake pin, go into full service on the air brake. Whoa, stop doing that. And turn on the train supply and acknowledge the AWS and TPWS self-test. Right, so now the only thing I've got left to do is basically set myself up onto the main line. Yep, and the signal should clear it when we start moving forward. So let's open the doors. It also comes with a great selection of headboard. Let me just do that and put ourselves on express. Because we're an express train, so yeah, it comes with. You've got to be very delicate on the keyboard to get them all, but you can end up getting a lovely selection of headboards here. Let's see how many doors opened. Oh yeah, there's a door open back there. Yeah, these are the Armstrong Powerhouse. Oh, yeah, that's the whistle. So let me just get rid of headboards. There we go. Right, so what you're going to do is you're going to release your vacuum brake like that, like you would usually, and then you want to release your air brake by putting it into running for the minute. Right, I'm going to turn off my lights because I don't need them. And then once you've built your vacuum, you put this back into running, which is back there, and then you can hold this into release to create a brake pressure. And now your coaches are air braked. So let's move off. The signal is clear. It's really Ponty Pandy. Yeah, we can close the tops in a minute. There we go. So yeah, these coaches aren't included, but they're very good ones. They're the AP Mark ones. There you go, and now the signal should go down. There you go. And we're clear to 60 in a minute. Yep, here we go. Let's open that reg. Put us back into about 50D. And pick up some speed. They're very powerful locos, these. Ponty Bandy Head Junction here. Right, so yeah, as you can see the reverse moves around, and if I release the lock, it moves itself. It'll get us back into about 30. And we're picking up some speed. Whoa! We stop doing that, blooming mouse. These lovely Western Region Mark 1s with BR1 bogies. Okay. Going basically as quick as I can make it go at the minute, so let's inject a bit of water. They're very, very, very big locos, these. How are we doing? Yeah, about 50 miles an hour. For one of these isn't bad, and we're heading up to Hatchworth, and that's where the video will end. Yeah, this pack is pretty spectacular. Keep an eye on the speedo. There you go. And it's 60 miles an hour. I do love Blue Star. Don't know why. We have instrument light. Oh, that is tender, I think. Yeah, that's the instrument light there. It's better. Right, the double track section is coming up, which is where we're stopping. And we're doing 60, so let's ease that rate down a bit. Really smooth animations as well. I think that's about enough water. Right, so we'll just coast. So now what you want to do to operate the air brakes, keep on releasing your vacuum brake. At least that's what I found is easier. Oh my god, this lurker does not like these curves. And let's start slowing down, so let's give us initial application. A bit more. There you go. A bit more. AWS. And we'll just go full service. There you go. Slowing down nicely. As we pull in here. Right. So we'll release the brakes a bit. There we go. Buggy signals. Get those brakes released. And when we're in, just do a bit service. And open the cinder cocks. And we're good. And dump the brakes. And right, ratings for this loco. Well, let's rate the Bossman Games, excellent Bossman Games rebuilt Merchant Navy pack. Sounds are actually quite good, so we'll give those an 8 out of 10. The modelling is 10 out of 10, and can't remember, it's been so long since I've recorded the reviews, you will have seen them all in one long line. It's been ages since I've recorded one. So, there's the tender puffing away. The model, the cab, yeah, everything. This loco for me is a 10 out of 10 for Steam, really. I mean, this is the epitome of train sim Steam development. So I hope you've enjoyed that review, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.